Welcome to today's current affairs update for 27th June 2025 from Mock to Officer. Let's get started. The Project Monitoring Group, under the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, held a key meeting on 24th June 2025 to review and accelerate infrastructure development in the northeastern and eastern states of India. A total of 31 issues across 19 mega projects worth over 79,868 crore rupees were reviewed. The highest focus was on Jharkhand with 18 issues across 11 projects amounting to 34,213 crore rupees. Arunachal Pradesh featured prominently with a private sector project valued at 33,469 crore. The initiative emphasized stronger coordination between ministries and state governments. The Indian Coast Guard inducted the first of its 8 fast patrol vessels named Adame on 26 June in Goa. Built by Goa Shipyard Limited, this vessel features indigenously developed controllable pitch propellers, integrated bridge systems, and automated power management. Adame is equipped with a CRN-91 gun and remote weapon stations. It is expected to enhance India's coastal surveillance, search and rescue, and maritime law enforcement capabilities under the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative. The 21st Steering Committee meeting of Project Elephant was chaired by Union Environment Minister Bhupender Yadav in Dehradun. The meeting stressed involving local communities in elephant conservation and conflict mitigation efforts. Key approvals included the finalization of the Nilgiri Elephant Corridor Plan, a 3-year elephant tracking study in Bandhavgarh, and management effectiveness evaluations across multiple reserves. Reports were released on elephant-train collisions and conflict mitigation strategies. On the same day, Union Minister Sarbananda Sonowal inaugurated India's first onboard maritime banking facility. This groundbreaking service allows merchant shipping personnel to access banking services while at sea. The initiative is expected to improve financial inclusion and welfare for maritime workers and supports the government's vision for the blue economy. The principal scientific advisor to the Government of India released the Science and Technology Cluster's annual report for 2024 to 2025. 8 active innovation clusters were highlighted, including AMTZ, BEST, and RICH. Key achievements include EV charging infrastructure in Delhi NCR, an augmented reality artisan platform called Kalanubhav, and the One Delhi Transit app with over 3 lakh users. Health tech innovations such as diabetic foot screening mats and new pacemaker leads developed at AMTZ were also noted. India's fixed communication services market, which includes wired broadband and fixed wireless access, is projected to grow from $12.8 billion in 2024 to $16.5 billion by 2029. This represents a compound annual growth rate of 5.2%. The expansion will be driven by fiber-to-the-home connections and support from telecom giants like Jio and Airtel. Meanwhile, voice services over fixed lines are expected to decline as mobile and app-based calling dominate. Delhi University and the University of Leeds in the UK have signed an agreement to promote research collaboration and student mobility under India's National Education Policy 2020. The Memorandum of Understanding was signed at the Viceregal Lodge of Delhi University. The partnership will support semester exchanges, faculty collaboration, and joint research projects. Rafe M Fiber, a leading Indian drone manufacturing startup, has raised $100 million in a Series B funding round led by General Catalyst. This brings the company's total funding to $145 million and its valuation close to $900 million. The funds will support expansion in domestic drone manufacturing, aligned with the Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat initiatives. Hitachi Energy India has received an order to supply 30 units of 765 kV transformers to the Power Grid Corporation of India. These transformers will be manufactured in Vadodara, Gujarat, and will enhance the country's ultra-high voltage grid infrastructure, enabling reliable power transmission to around 30 million homes. As of March 2025, total credit to micro, small, and medium enterprises in India has surpassed 40.4 lakh crore rupees, marking a 25% increase from the previous year. Public sector banks have led in the microloan segment, while private banks dominate in the small and medium enterprise categories. The expansion is attributed to policy reforms, digital inclusion, and over 4.7 crore MSMEs registered under the Udyam portal. The Reserve Bank of India has directed all banks to ensure swift transmission of the recent 50 basis point repo rate cut to borrowers. Major banks including SBI, BOB, and HDFC have already implemented the full cut. The RBI also reduced the cash reserve ratio by 100 basis points, injecting approximately 2.5 lakh crore rupees into the financial system. The Finance Ministry has proposed a new phase of the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, termed PMJDY 2.0. It aims to expand the scheme by introducing checkbooks, debit and credit cards, and increased overdraft facilities. The plan is also designed to support MSMEs with collateral-free loans backed by the Credit Guarantee Fund Trust. India Ratings has forecast a credit growth rate of 13 to 13.5% for the financial year 2026. This will likely be driven by strong performance in retail, mortgage, and MSME lending, especially by banks. However, non-banking financial companies may underperform due to liquidity and regulatory pressures. Uttar Pradesh has announced a plan to generate 20,000 megawatts of renewable energy by 2027. This aligns with India's net zero emissions target by 2070 and the National Development Vision for 2047. The state has seen a 2.5 times economic growth since 2017, with over 6 crore people lifted out of poverty. The India-UK Free Trade Agreement is projected to boost the UK's GDP by £4.8 billion annually. By 2040, bilateral trade is expected to grow by over £25 billion, with tariff reductions on 90% of goods, including significant benefits for British exports to India. Google has launched Gemini 2.5, its most advanced artificial intelligence model yet. Known as a thinking model, it excels in logical reasoning and coding. It leads the global LM-Arena benchmarks and is available via Google AI Studio and Vertex AI. Jahnavi Dangeti, a 23-year-old electronics and communication engineer from Andhra Pradesh, has been selected as an astronaut candidate for a NASA-linked space mission scheduled in 2029. She is India's first graduate of the International Air and Space Programme and represents a significant achievement in global space exploration by Indian youth. Karnataka dominated the 78th Senior National Aquatic Championships held in Bhubaneswar, winning a total of 41 medals including 16 golds. Swimmer Dhinidhi Desingu set a national record in the 200-meter freestyle. Notable performers also included Rishabh Das and Harshita Jairam. On 26 June 2025, the world observed the International Day in support of victims of torture under the theme, Torture, a Crime Against Humanity. This day promotes awareness and support for survivors of torture worldwide. Lastly, in the Global Peace Index 2025, India improved its position by one rank, reaching 115th out of 163 countries. Iceland remained the most peaceful country globally, while South Asia continues to be among the least peaceful regions. That concludes today's news analysis. For daily updates, editorial analysis, vocab quizzes, and more, Don't forget to visit our website mocktofficer.in and join our Telegram and WhatsApp groups. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily current affairs classes.